But now let's look at oil prices. They've been rising in anticipation of a big cut in production by OPEC+. The cartel is meeting in Vienna today for the first time in person since the global pandemic. Expectations are running high. They will agree to cut production, some say, by as much as 2 million barrels a day in a bid to support prices and improve revenues for member countries, which of course includes Russia. Well, let's go live to Vienna now. Independent oil analyst Cornelia Meyer is there for this meeting. Good morning to you, Cornelia.
Good morning, Sally.
Checking you can hear me. So are we looking at a production cut announcement today of 2 million barrels per day?
Well, it can be anywhere between 1 and 2 million barrels a day. But what we have to look out for, Sally, is not just the size of the cut, it's what are they cutting from? Are they cutting from current quotas, or are they cutting from current production? Because current production is, depending on which source you believe, between 2.8 and 3.6 million barrels a day under production, below the quotas.
Now, I'm just looking at the price of Brent now. It's around $91.58 a barrel. Yeah. That's pretty high, isn't it, Cornelia? I mean, do they have to take such measures, do you think?
Well, it's pretty high. It is and it isn't. When you look at it, it was way above 120 when the war in the Ukraine just broke, and it came down by about between 20 and 25%. Again, whether you look at WTI or whether you look at Brent, in the last quarter, in the third quarter. So they're worried about the erosion. They're also worried really about recession fears, because as central banks are tightening money, and as we see the difficult situation with energy, especially in Europe, these recession fears are very real. And if then demand goes down because of a recession, that will have its effect on the price.
If they do go ahead with the cut, as you say, is expected, whatever that may be, 1 to 2 million barrels per day, that's going to be so unpopular with the US, with the Biden administration, isn't it?
It's going to be extremely unpopular with the US. But I think, when you look at it from OPEC's view, needs must, and they're worried about two things. They're really worried about the sort of, when you look at the slide in the price, the financial side of the market not being in tandem with the physical side of the market. They're worried about recession. So I think they will go ahead, they will go ahead in terms of what's best for them. If you look at their charter says we want to have oil markets adequately supplied, and we will do what is best for our member countries.
Okay, Cornelia, good to talk to you. We shall wait to hear what that announcement is later from OPEC+. But now let's talk about the day ahead for